The Retrofit kit for your Directional Assist Wheel includes everything you will need to upgrade your Rifton Activity Chair. This includes a T45 Torx L-wrench, 7/32 inch and 5/32 inch L-wrenches, T27 and T20 T-handle wrenches, and a 9/16 inch hex wrench. There are new foot pedal parts with screws in the bolts, spring hooks, pump plates, and Directional Assist Wheel subassembly itself. Proper positioning of the chair will make the work much easier. Pump the chair up about halfway and lock both front casters. Make sure that the casters are pointing back as shown. Remove the abductor, tray, and any other accessories that protrude beyond the front edge of the seat. Flip up the foot plate and tuck the footboard back under the seat, and then slide the seat depth adjustment all the way in. Stand directly in front of the chair and carefully flip it forward so that it rests on the ends of the armrests. The first step is to remove the obsolete direction lock from the rear right caster. The simplest way to do this is to remove the screw and lower end cap, and then slide the plunger out of the guide casting. Many of the older activity chairs also have the outdated red trigger. You will have to remove this component in order to install the pump plates. The tool needed will vary based on the age of your chair. Choose the one that matches your hardware and remove the bolt. Discard these components since we no longer ship chairs with this feature installed. The next step for all models of activity chair is the removal of the foot pedal. Using the tool that came with your kit, remove the two screws and take the parts off of the metal handle. You may discard these components since your kit includes brand new replacements. Replacing the pump plates can be a challenge and may take some time. Pull up a chair or a stool and find a comfortable position to work in. Hold each bolt head firmly with the appropriate L-wrench and remove the lock nuts using a 9/16 inch open-ended wrench. Clearance is quite limited for the two lower bolts, so we recommend removing the upper fasteners before starting in on the lower ones. During this process, do your best to minimize movement of the chair so that the holes will line up again on reassembly. Do not try to reposition the chair on the floor until the conversion process has been completed. As with most of the other components, the pump plates, bolts, and nuts can be discarded. The pump will swing down and can be temporarily suspended by the pump handle. The new pump plates are a mirrored pair and proper orientation is crucial. Hold them as shown with the studs facing upwards, and then install the right side pump plate first. It will have to be inverted in order to thread it over the pump handle. It should end up on the pump with a stud facing to the left. The second pump plate can be added at this point. Lifting the pump back up will capture the plates between the welded frame stampings. The Torx Drive 3/8 inch bolts can thread directly into the plates. Start all 4 bolts loosely at first. Once all of them have been started, then tighten them as firmly as possible. Now the foot pedal can be assembled onto the pump handle. The molded notch in the black rim fits over the handle. Once that is in place, the white base can be inserted from below. The screws are threading into plastic, so tighten them firmly enough to pull the two parts together, but make sure not to over-tighten them. The final steps are tool-free. The two spring hooks are identical and must be inserted into the pump plate slots exactly as shown. They must be inserted from the outside, with the opening of the hook facing up. The springs on your Directional Assist Wheel attach to these hooks. Slight downward tension will keep them from inadvertently detaching. The wheel assembly should now be threaded onto the pivot plate studs. Pivot the wheel upwards to start the process, and then firmly push in as you rotate the wheel subassembly downwards. Once the wheel snaps into position, the conversion is complete.